Okay. So, sir, shall we move forward with the joint session?
If the other judges are ready, then yes.
Yes, sir, definitely.
You may begin.
And sir, one more thing, that we have sent you the score sheets on the mail. So basically, it's there are two score sheets. One is for negotiating pair and one is for the mediators. Now there should be two copies, as there are two negotiating pairs and two mediators. So basically, 4 sheets are to be marked for both the teams. Now I would really like to ask both the teams to introduce themselves as their roles, so that judges can note them down and further mark. They can mark you up for the same.
As an act of good faith, we'd like the requesting party to go first.
Definitely, ma'am. Thank you so much. This is Mr. Ram Gupta, and I would like to be referred to as Mr. Ram throughout the session. I'm from the behalf of the requesting party.
A very good afternoon to all. I am Anushka Paliwal, and I shall serve the role of legal counsel for Mr. Ram Gupta for our mediation session today. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. I am Kanaksha. I would like to be referred as Counsel TC25. I will be strictly in an advisory capacity to my client.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is a responding party. You may address me as Mr. Manohar.
Thank you, everyone, and welcome to the session. I'm Sadhvi, and this is co-mediator Jasleen. We are going to be your co-mediators for this session. Thank you so much for choosing mediation as a process to resolve your dispute over litigation or arbitration. Firstly, this session would have been more comfortable and interactive in an offline mode over a cup of coffee or tea. But since the pandemic has forced us to adopt for this virtual mode, we're going to make sure that we make the best use out of it. And I completely understand that this Zoom platform is new for all of us, and we are still trying to get used to it. So in case of any doubt that the disputing parties have regarding the platform, please feel free to reach out to us. We will surely try our best to resolve your doubt. And let me just quickly give you a briefing about the rules that we will be following throughout the mediation session today. You can see a taskbar at the bottom, and one of the icons in the taskbar is a chat box. So when you click on it, the chat box appears, and then whatever the agendas will be decided by both the parties mutually with the mutual consensus will be typed down by my co-mediator or by myself, so that the disputing parties can refer to it and it becomes easier for them. And kindly ensure that your mics are on mute if you are not speaking, so that the other party who is making their point of view can do it without any disturbance. And I hope your counsels would have briefed you regarding the whole mediation process before knocking the doors of Mediation Center. But still, it becomes my duty as a mediator to give you a briefing about what really a mediation is. So mediation is an intervention by an acceptable, impartial, and neutral third party who do not has any decision-making power whatsoever. Me and my co-mediator are just going to assist the disputing parties to voluntarily reach to a mutually amicable solution. And we do not have any say over the entire process. We are just going to facilitate the conversation, and we will ensure that every little thing is on the table. To brief the disputing parties for the further intricacies of the mediation that will be taken up today in the session, I invite my co-mediator, Jasleen, over to you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Mediator. Firstly, I would like to congratulate the parties to have resorted to the process of mediation. I'd like to commend you for coming here today in an effort to work on your concerns together. I am Jasleen Bedi, a trained mediator. You can address me by my name or as Ms. Mediator. Now, I would just like to add on to what my co-mediator has concisely stated. So mediation, as you all must be knowing, is basically a legal jargon for a meaningful discussion, which would result in a mutually beneficial solution. It is a multi-party process wherein we have to move together in a spirit of unity. Now, there's a popular saying called the mediator's Miranda warning, which means that we cannot fine or hold you accountable for whatever you say during the meeting, which means that the meeting shall be highly secretive. I'll take notes during the session, and these notes shall be destroyed by the end of the session. Now, we as mediators are merely neutral and fair facilitators, and at no point shall we make any judgments or impose any plausible solutions. Any decisions or agreements that you make are your own. My role here is just to assist you and help you formulate any what you might reach. Now, there are no strict ground rules, but I do understand that the matter at hand is such that it has to be dealt in an amicable way, and there might be strong urges for the parties to speak over each other. However, I'd really appreciate if we can be courteous, respectful, and patiently wait for our turns. Maintaining civility is an important goal of mediation. Now, to just briefly explain you with the procedure, firstly, we will have a joint session wherein each of you will have a chance to tell me what brought you here today and issues that are important to you. Now, once we've identified the issues of disagreement, the bone of contentions that need to be worked out, we'll set an agenda of items that the two of you need to negotiate. There may come a point of deadlock or stagnancy for which we will arrange a private meeting with each of you. I promise to make sure that you have an equal opportunity to share your concerns. Due to these unprecedented times, we are holding this session virtually, and henceforth, I expect you to keep your videos open. And if there are any issues with the mic, please feel free to let us know. I am absolutely optimistic that this session shall be really helpful in us moving towards forging a better path ahead. Please feel free to reach out to us at any point of time during the session. Now, if all points are clear, then without any further ado, and especially in the spirit of togetherness, I would like to invite the opening statement from either of the parties. We can go with party A first, followed by party B, if that is okay with both the parties.
Sure.
On the behalf of my client, I consent.
Great. Thank you so much, Party B. Yes, Party A, you may go ahead.
Definitely, ma'am. Thank you so much, learned mediators, for taking out time to mediate this table today. A very good afternoon to everyone present here. At the onset, I would like to commend the responding party, Mr. Shyam Manohar, and his respective legal counsel for agreeing to accept our request for this online mediation session. We genuinely appreciate Mr. Shyam for choosing to settle our differences via mediation, despite these trying times. In the spirit of mediation, making my intentions very clear, I would want the other party to know that I'm not here to engage in a blame game. And thus, what I intend is to indulge into an open, honest, and transparent dialogue. Therefore, while I'm open to hearing from you with complete hearts to collaborate, I would request you to kindly pay heed to our concerns as well. We have both already been through immense mental discomfort as a result of our various disagreements and quarrels pertaining to our shared residence at Kailash Colony. So here we are with open arms to discuss these disparities with the aim of reaching an amicable solution with extensive efficiency. Over to you, Ms. Counsel.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I would genuinely like to extend a very hearty thanks to both our mediators for walking us through this entire process so vividly. Thank you so much. And on behalf of my client, I'd like to thank every party present at this virtual mediation table today for agreeing to mediate their concerns and differences. In regards to my role, I am here merely in an advisory capacity and to help steer through any technicalities, formalities, or legalities that may arise during this entire session. My client himself is at full authority to enter into an agreement during or post this mediation session. Now, after due consideration and discussion with my client, we have both come to the conclusion that the retaliations portrayed by my client at the opposing party and himself's combined residence were actually a result of a very deep psychological spiral that had arisen in my client's mind due to his insecurities about his property and privacy rights. in response to that, after hearing from the court itself and being directed to the mediation table that we are currently at, my client felt very, very helpful, as in it opened his eyes to a completely new spectrum of possibilities. And in that mediation spirit, and in that spirit of reaching an amicable solution that benefits the both, we would like to raise a few proposals so as to direct this entire conversation and give it a structure that ends up with the both of us reaching a solution that benefits us both. Our proposal is as follows. Number one shall be removal of all camera surveillance from the floor of my client. The rest shall be the party's decision, but my client's floor shall be free of any camera surveillance. Number two shall be restoration of the already absent water connection. Number three shall be unlimited roof access so that we can ensure an undisturbed supply of water to my client's floor. And the last, but definitely one of the most important proposals that we have to put forth is a compensation of rupees 20 lakh that shall entail all the compensation for my client's mental trauma and agony, as well as the bills and charges that my client had to pay for during the period wherein the water connection itself was absent. Thank you so much. We look forward to hearing from the opposite party and to lead into a very fruitful session today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Party A. Now, I just briefly put in the vermins put forward by Mr. Ram Gupta and his counsel. So basically, they want to indulge in an open and honest dialogue. And I completely understand your concerns and the mental agony that has been caused to you due to the immense quarrels that have been happening. And I can understand the kind of deep psychological spiral that you're finding yourself in. I really appreciate your generous effort to put forth certain resolutions which we might and definitely we will take up for negotiation with the other party as well. And I'm very optimistic that we can reach an effective solution by the end of this session itself. So I'll just quickly sum up the proposals put forward by Ms. Counsel. First is the removal of camera surveillance from Mr. Ram Gupta's floor. And second is the restoration of water connection, which has been cut, I believe, or is absent due to certain reasons, as would be put forth by the opposite party. And third is the unlimited roof access. And last would be the compensation for 20 lakhs, which entails the mental trauma and agony suffered by the client, as well as it includes all the miscellaneous bills and charges. Thank you so much, parties. Now we shall proceed with party B. Mr. Shyam Manohar, please, you may go ahead.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, mediators, for the clarifications. And good afternoon, mediators, Mr. Gupta, counsel. Thank you all for coming to this table in these trying times. It is great that we both have placed colossal trust in mediation. I'm confident that we'll reach a conclusion which will be beneficial to us both and will forge a relationship beyond the four walls of this chamber. In the same spirit, I pray that Mr. Avinash will gravely consider, if not unconditionally accept, my request of compensation for the injuries incurred by me and my family members because of the extensive staircase blockage and the damages that are using a duplicate key caused to the expensive Swiss handmade lock that I had installed on the terrace, more parking space, and withdrawal of the cases he has filed against me. And in exchange, I offer to drop the cases that I have filed against him. And I also offer to look at the issue of water supply. I'd like my counsel to further clarify.
First and foremost, a very warm good afternoon to everybody. I would like to thank the mediators for taking out time in these daunting circumstances to meet virtually and to listen to what both the parties have to state. I would also like to thank and commend the other party for resorting to mediation rather than other forms of dispute resolution, and for giving all of us a chance to talk out our differences and to forge a relationship which may extend beyond the four walls of this chamber, as is the expectation of my client. My client, Mr. Manohar, is a well-known builder. He is considered to be one of the best in his field. And that is not just because he is passionate and driven about his projects, but also because he believes in fostering long-lasting, sustainable relationships with the people around him. So all he expects from his mediation is that we chart out an innovative yet amicable solution which satiates the needs of both the parties and sets the course for our future relationship. In that respect, I would like to set the tone of this session by proposing that we adhere to the principle of the 3 C's. The 3 C's being collaboration, cooperation, and consensus. I hope that we shall keep these 3 C's in mind before taking any decisions, and I hope that the decision will be cognizant of the needs of both the parties. Now, coming to my client's primary interests, as we know that he is a well-known builder, and in this business, reputation is also a major contributor. So we would like to request the other party to kindly drop the charges, and in return, we would be willing to do the same. Secondly, we would like to ask for more parking space, considering that on an objective level, we hold more property in terms of value and in terms of area. So it is only right that we ask for more parking space. Thirdly, we too would like a financial compensation of 30 lakhs, because when Mr. Ram restricted the staircase access, a lot of my client's family members and my client himself faced problems. They suffered leg injuries, so that led to medical bills, and obviously it led to a lot of psychological effects as well, as you were not able to use the staircase, which is an integral part of our house. So for that, we too would look at the compensation. And next, we know that Mr. Ram used a spare key, a duplicate key, to enter our premises, so that caused irreparable damage to the expensive Swiss-lock technology which was used on the terrace. So we would like that also. In return, we are willing to look at the issue of water supply by proposing that Mr. Ram be allowed not unlimited roof access, but access till the time he is able to construct a direct pipeline from the terrace to his floor, so that there is uninterrupted water supply at all times and is not contingent on the whims of any of the parties. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Counsel. You truly said the 3 C's are also an integral part of the mediation. And as far as me and my co-mediator have gauged from your opening statement is that you have knocked the door of mediation center with an expectation that all the charges which have been made against your client shall be dropped, and you may do so too. And you demand more parking space with respect to area. Number 3, you also expect a financial compensation of 30 lakhs. Number 4, the spare key which was made by Mr. Ram Gupta using a Swiss technology, you want that to be taken back.
Ms. Mediator, what I meant was that the duplicate key that Mr. Ram used to enter the premises of Mr. Manohar without his due permission, because of the using of that key and not the original key, the expensive Swiss technology of the lock at the terrace itself got destroyed, and it had monetary ramifications for my client. So that is what we would like compensation for, which would be included in the 30 lakh compensation package.
Thank you so much for correcting me, Counsel. And you have also made a point that you will not give a unlimited roof access, but a roof access only till a pipeline can be built by Mr. Ram Gupta. Please do correct me if I go wrong.
That is correct.
Thank you. As me and my co-mediator have jotted down the proposals made by both the proposals made by both the parties. So if the parties agree, what we can see in common is that there is a conflict between the roof rights and the water connection. So can the first agenda be on that? The councils can speak on behalf of their client.
Yes, ma'am, I consent on behalf of Mr.
On the behalf of my client, I consent to the aforementioned.
Thank you. I would request my co-mediator, Jasleen, to please type down the agenda in the chat box so it becomes easier for the parties to refer to it.
Definitely.
And the parties can mutually decide and let us know that which party would like to go first and present their statements?
As an act of good faith, we'd like the requesting party to go first so that we can be cognizant of their needs in charting out innovative solutions.
Requesting party, are you comfortable with it?
Definitely, ma'am. Definitely.
Sure, please go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. Talking about the scarcity of water and the problems that we faced regarding water issues. Like, ma'am, if you actually relate with it, it is a very basic human tendency, and it is human psychology. You can live without food, but you cannot live without water. And ma'am, we were having quarrel on a daily basis, and they cut down the water supply, and it was very difficult for us to, you know, just it is something that is very basic, and the bare necessity of it was we were devoid of. Another thing, ma'am, the CCTV cameras. There was no ill intention associated with it. I kind of felt threatened in my own house. Okay.
Apologies for my client's emotional outburst.
No problem.
We can understand. We can.
Yeah,
completely
Mr. Ram,
understand.
No, ma'am, it's completely fine. Let me speak.
Mr. Ram,
Coming-
if you would please drink a glass of water so as to calm yourself. We would be willing to wait.
Thank you so much. I'm all right. I just couldn't hold it. Let me go. Coming around some instances in the neighborhood where I came to know that the entire land was captured, and these things just aggravated my fears, and all of this just played with my mind. I'm nobody to judge you, sir. Like, I hold you very dear as a neighbor, but this chain of events played with my psychology, and my psychology was into a spiral. I became very insecure about my future fate in this house. So what I did was a very human thing to do. Like, I hope you understand my point. And after the CCTVs got installed, hell broke loose into my mind, and I was very scared as to my property and privacy rights in this residence. And so this is why it led to the filing of the FIR from my end. I would clarify this. And subsequently, I further showed retaliation in certain ways, which even I condemn at this point of time. But you need to understand what I was actually going through. I believe you understand my mental position would have been at that instant. I was very petrified till I came to know about the mediation that was directed to both of us by the court. And it felt like a hope, like a ray of light in the darkness. And ma'am, it is very absolutely appropriate, as all we needed was a dialogue to discuss our issues rather than staying in our shells and just quarreling it away. I would like my counsel to proceed further. I just can't speak anymore. I'm really sorry.
Before the council starts, I'm really sorry to interject. Mr. Ram Gupta, I hope you are comfortable. Please have a glass of water, and we will continue whenever you feel comfortable. Please be at ease. I can completely understand that the case is super sensitive, and that's why you are here to reach out to an amicable solution. I hope you are comfortable. Please don't worry. We will surely try to come with an amicable solution. Can we proceed, Mr. Gupta?
Yes, Ms. Counsel, you may go ahead.
Thank you so much for the floor. So to add to what my client has just said, and to put it more objectively, the roof rights shall be divided equally, as in the both of us have unlimited roof rights is what we propose we do as we go further into the mediation. And in response to that, my client has agreed to pay the remuneration for the replacement of the Swiss lock technology that was so claimed to be extremely expensive and elegant in the way it is. So we agree to go ahead and pay for the lock itself and everything that comes with it, the replacement charges. And in exchange, we would like to ask for equal roof rights. Thank you so much. That would be our stance regarding the roof rights and the locking system itself. I hope the matter is more clear now. I'm genuinely apologetic yet sympathetic with my client's emotional outburst at the moment. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Counsel. I truly appreciate the fact that you are open for an honest dialogue to discuss rather than continuing with that chain of psychological trauma. And I can very well understand the agony of the client and the fact that he's very much worried about the future. And the installation of CCTV and surveillance has rather proliferated these worries. And definitely the proposals that have been put forward by you is definitely a significant step in the right direction. And I'll just sum them up. These are basically the fact that you want equal roof rights. That is, the roof rights should be divided pari passu, and the client is ready to give remuneration as far as the Swiss lock technology is concerned. Please correct me, ma'am, if I miss out on something.
That is very apt, ma'am. That is very exact. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, ma'am. I think we are good to proceed with party B. May I please have Mr. Shyam Manohar put forward his contentions, please, on this?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Mediator. As Mr. Gupta said, all we needed was dialogue. I thank you, Ms. Mediators, for facilitating this dialogue. I'd like to respond to some statements that Mr. Gupta has made. He mentioned that I cut off the water, which is, I agree, a very basic human right, as enshrined in a constitution even. But I must make you aware of the fact that I did that in retaliation of Mr. Gupta blocking the staircase. You must realize that I was also very emotionally instigated when my mother fractured her leg because of that. And my kids, they fall every other day. Their legs are bruised with the scratches of that. Also, I'd like to state that the cameras that Mr. Gupta mentioned, that he feels threatened, only are directed towards the staircase. And they also don't record. They only provide live view. I'd like my counsel to further clarify. Thank you.
First and foremost, I would like to extend my sympathy to Mr. Ram because he seems to be in a severe state of psychological distress. I hope that he gets the help that he needs from this mediation. And I am so happy that he agreed to this mediation. And I am sure that my client, being the understanding man that he is, would have appreciated if he had approached him with these insecurities and not let them spiral him into a psychological outburst before only. But as they say, better late than never. Now, coming to my client side of the things, we acknowledge your offer of the financial remuneration for the staircase incident. We commend it as well. But as regard to the roof rights, you have to understand that the same concerns of privacy which you were talking about also apply to us. And we would like if you'd please understand that to solve this issue of water access, because of which you are probably demanding the roof rights, we are ready to give you roof rights till the time you build a pipeline that connects the water from the terrace to your floor on the ground level, so that the roof never arises in question ever again. Secondly, when it comes to CCTV, it is no surprise that Kailash Colony is the richest locality in the state. Therefore, there are chances of robberies in such posh localities. And my client was unnerved by the growing crime, which happens every day. That is why he decided to install CCTV cameras, not just for his own interest, but also for the interest of Mr. Ram and to protect him as well. And he has, as he has mentioned, the cameras on Mr. Ram's floor only provide live access of the staircase and are not directed to him in any way. And to further prove this and as an act of goodwill in regard to this, we would like to give him the viewing access of the ground floor cameras if he is comfortable with that.
Ma'am, may I interject?
Yeah.
Definitely, Mr. Ram.
Ma'am, about the staircase thing, I think my permission was not even considered while installing the CCTV cameras. And like apart from the purpose they solve, I just don't know I just want them to be removed from my floor. I want the cameras. You want to place your cameras at your own floors, you can definitely do that. But please, I would insist this. And I think my council would also like to make you familiar with some other alternatives. Like over to you, Ms. Council.
Thank you so much. Miss Council, slight change that a slight ambiguity that has arisen here is that from your statement, I have collected that we have agreed to remunerating you upon the medical bills. That discussion, however, has not taken place yet, ma'am. So
Didn't you agree to a financial compensation?
not for the bills yet, ma'am. I
But
request
as
you
I-
to be slightly attentive as in
yeah,
I
actually,
Council, let me
please.
go ahead for a minute, please.
Yeah,
Then you can
Jasleen, you
just,
can just,
interrupt.
I'm really sorry. Can I just interject, Jasleen?
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, thank you. Councils, first of all, the point which was made by the responding party that the remuneration for the keys will be given to them, not for the entire compensation. So please keep this in mind. And the offer which was made by which was made to Ram Gupta by the responding party, that the party is ready to give this viewing rights of the CCTV camera, but Mr. Ram Gupta has made a counter offer and he doesn't wants to get the viewing rights. He wants them to get uninstalled. So we will resume with PC14's council, and further we would like to know the opinion of the responding party on the cameras issues.
may I proceed, Madam Mediator?
Please.
Thank you so much. So our stance on the replacement of lock and the payment for the same remains the same. As in, we shall go ahead and pay the opposite party for any charges that are incurred during that process. However, we have not yet agreed to pay the medical bills, but we are absolutely and most definitely open to negotiations. Hence, nothing is currently off the table, ma'am. I would like to assure that to the opposing party. Second point that I want to make here is that the reason my client was unable to approach Mr. Manohar himself was the fact that the constant squabble and the constant quarreling had created a lot of mental distress. So to escape any further argument, he had to resort to other processes and thus led to an FIR at the end of the whole chronology of things that took place. So to let the opposing party know that there was absolutely no ill intention. There is only good faith and genuine trust here.
Miss Council,
Our
may I
presence.
interject you? Yes, could you please clear your stance on the issue that's concerning the fact that building a pipeline that's going to connect your floor that has been put forth by the other
Yes,
party?
ma'am.
What are your views and opinions of it, if we can have?
Definitely, ma'am. On behalf of my client, ma'am, I'd like to put forth the fact that till the time these pipelines are built and functional, we shall continue to use the roof in its unlimited scope. That shall be number one. What follows is the construction of the pipeline itself, to which, ma'am, my client is in no position to bear charges of. So we request the responding party, if in case they would like to go ahead and only provide roof access till a pipeline is constructed, we would like to request them to bear the charges of the construction, and we shall be open to further negotiation on other grounds. And this shall be our current stance on the situation as asked by Madam Mediator. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Council. You have made an offer that Mr. Manohar should bear the construction charges for the pipeline, and you can further negotiate on the compensation. Am I correct?
In addition to that, we shall agree to the use of the pipeline once constructed. But before that happens, we shall continue the use of the roof.
Okay.
To an
So
unlimited extent.
unlimited access to the roof. Now
May I
we
respond,
might,
Ms. Mediators?
yeah, we would like to know the stance of the responding party on
Yes,
it.
I would like to state that Mr. Gupta mentioned that I installed the cameras. I would again like to tell you all that I installed the cameras only after my property was damaged. You understand that I'm a man of taste. I have installed various appliances and expensive systems on the second floor and on the roof. So I didn't want to risk anymore after Mr. Gupta had, I believe, by mistake damaged the roof system. But in good faith, and I would like to trust Mr. Gupta again, and I'm ready to remove the cameras from the status. Like my counsel to further clarify. Thank you.
So my client is ready to remove the cameras which have been has been requested by the requesting party, and we are doing it as an act of good faith to restore this relationship to normalcy. And as for unlimited roof rights till the time that the pipeline is constructed, if it is constructed, is something that we are open to negotiation on. We cannot promise it as of now, but we are more than willing to negotiate on it. And as for the prices, you have to understand that the economy is inflated at the moment, and one person alone cannot bear the prices of the construction of this pipeline. So we need some sort of an arrangement or negotiation on it, considering that it is going to benefit both the parties. And now, if the other party may please, I would like to request for a caucus between my client, I, and the mediators.
Sure,
Definitely, Ms. Counsel.
definitely.
Co-mediator, you
Sorry,
can-
Ma'am,
just
may I interject?
thank you. Just a minute, Council. I would just like to confirm one thing. The responding party has agreed to remove the
Ms.
camera.
Mediator, I believe there is some
okay with
internet.
requesting party? Do they?
I believe, could you please reiterate the few points that you've just stated? There's been
Yeah.
some internet glitch on my end, at least for now.
Okay.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Go ahead,
Yeah,
please.
thank you. I said that the responding party agreed to remove the cameras. So is the requesting party okay with it? Because they wanted this to be done. The council
I-
can speak in front on
I
behalf of.
consent on behalf of my client.
So this is the first amicable solution that we have managed to reach. And now with the consent of both the parties, can we move to the private caucus?
Yes, ma'am, may I interject?
Miss
before we-
Mediator,
Yes, Ms.
Please.
Counsel. Ms. Counsel, yeah,
14.
go
can-
ahead. Yeah, please.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, subsequent to a private caucus with the opposite party, we'd also like to move into a private caucus with the respected mediators.
Definitely, Ms.
Definitely.
Thank you.
May I please request the moderator
Okay.
so that the
Miss
other party.
Mediator, I'd just like to interject. Another amicable solution that we reached was the compensation that Mr. Ram is to pay my client for the damaging of the lock technology.
Yeah,
Right, definitely.
thank
We'll
you so
include that
much
as well.
for taking us into a point. We are really lagging a lot of network today, so maybe because of that, we failed to mention it.
We completely understand, ma'am. It's
Thank you so
May
much.
I please request the moderator to, or maybe the opposing party can exit the conference for a
No,
while
no.
till we have
No,
the
we
private
are going to have a breakout room for the same. The time
All
will stop
right.
here. Wait.
Okay.
So which party is going to be first? Please do let me
Party
know.
B. Yes, yes.
Team code, please do let me know the team code.
Team code 25.
Okay, team code 25.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. So parties, this is a private caucus, as you must be already aware of. The fact is that we are arranging this session because of the fact that at times parties do not feel at ease, or at times they are apprehensive of oversharing information in the presence of the other party. Now, we expect you to be frank and honest with us, and there's an added layer of confidentiality to it. Only the points that you ask us to disclose with the other party would be shared. Otherwise, everything else shall be absolutely confidential. Now, may we enter into the private caucus and start the deliberation. Yes, over to you, co-mediator.
Yeah, sure. The council and the client can start. I'm keeping a check on the time.
Great, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Mediators. I would like to state very frankly that all we look for is a is for we offer the opposing parties to buy their ground floor for a cost of somewhere around 50 lakhs. And we are ready to reduce the compensation. And we also are ready.
Sir, could you just repeat the offer, buying of ground floor for an
For
amount?
somewhere around 50 lakhs, subject to negotiations.
All right. Okay.
To
We'll also-
formalize,
We'll also reduce the compensation significantly. And we also are offering to build property anywhere Mr. Gupta likes, anytime he likes, at a discount of somewhere around 2 or 3% from the market rate for him.
so in just to sum up my client's objectives here, we are agreeing, we have proposed something different in this mediation session. We want to buy Mr. Ram's property, what's left of it in the house, for around 50 lakhs, subject to negotiation. And we have come to know, it is common knowledge that he has another plot in Kailash Colony. Considering that the charges are pretty over the roof, as an act of good faith, we are offering him a discount of 2 to 3%, subject to the market rate. And we are also willing to reduce the financial compensation for the same, provided he sells us his part of the property for around 50 lakhs. Give or take.
Thank you, Council. The points that has been made by you in the caucus are that you're ready to buy the ground floor at rupees 50 lakhs, and you
The ground
agree-
floor and Mr. Ram's property, if you could phrase it like that, Mr. Ram's
Mr.
property.
Ram's property. Thank you so much for correcting me. And reducing the compensation significantly as it goes throughout the session. And you also offer Mr. Ram to build a property wherever he likes in the whole area at a 2 to 3% of discount of the market rate.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Anything that you would like us to mention in the joint session?
Yes, we would like you to communicate this proposal to them from our side, if that's possible.
Thank you, mediator. Client and the council, you may leave. Now we can have the next party.
Should we join the meeting by ourselves
Yeah, the
Okay.
council can keep a check of the time.
Yeah, I'll move you to the waiting room, then I'll accept you. So I'll move the other party to the waiting room. Wait. And who's the other participant? I guess they have left. Okay, great. I'll admit the other party. Okay, TC14 is in. TC14? Okay, both the participants are here.
Right.
So-
Since both the parties are here, yes, shall we commence the private caucus?
Yeah,
Please do, ma'am.
definitely, ma'am.
So I'll just quickly brief you up with this private meeting. Yes, there is an added layer of confidentiality to this meeting. We are arranging this meeting because there are times when parties do not feel at ease or comfortable, or they're very apprehensive of oversharing information in the presence of the other party. So here we expect you to be frank and honest with us. Anything that you want us not to disclose to the other party, we shall just keep it to ourselves, and let us know. It is absolutely your voluntary consent for every proposal that you put forth to be told, share to the other party or not. Now with this, let us just quickly get into the private caucus. Yes, maybe we can start with the Mr. Ram Gupta. You can put forward your proposals, averments. Yes,
Definitely, ma'am.
please.
Ma'am, after coming to know about the children and the lady that was injured and medical compensation was demanded for the same, I feel very bad, and I'm not that sort of a person who would, hurt children and even think of that. Like, this is very heartbreaking to me, and I just feel very bad about it. I had a little discussion with my counsel, and we have reconsidered our offer, on the acceptance of which we are willing to withdraw all the FIRs that we have filed against the opposing party. I would like my counsel to proceed further.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ram Gupta. Ma'am, I shall do the same again. as in propose this exact same thing in front of the other party while we continue with the joint session. So for now, my client and I have come to the conclusion that we can proceed with a fresh offer, which entails agreement from our side to sell our floor for a consideration of, for a sale consideration of rupees 2.5 crores. That is the current market value of the floor itself. And in response to, if this in fact goes ahead and is accepted by the party, we shall go ahead and withdraw all our FIRs and any cases that were filed. We shall also require a breathing time of 10 to 14 months to go ahead and shift out of this particular property, after which we shall transfer all legal rights and entitlements of the ground floor that we currently own to Mr. Manohar himself. That is one fresh proposal that we really seek to put forth in order to show our spirit of mediation. My client is genuinely concerned, and therefore caucus time is over. So thank you. That's how I'd like to conclude, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Counsel. I really appreciate the generous proposal that you've put forth. I'll just summarize and recapitulate the main essence of the proposal in a very quick way because we are running short of time, I believe. So basically, you are coming up with a fresh offer, which includes the agreement to sell the ground floor for a monetary amount of 2.5 crores. Ms. Counsel, could you clarify, is that amount negotiable in any to 14 months of shifting to a new residential place? And once you have shifted, you would be ready in transferring all the legal rights and entitlements of this previous property, which is situated in the Kailash colony.
Definitely.
If I have missed something, please do correct me, ma'am.
That was pretty exact, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Great, great. Now we can
Thank
proceed with the joint conference for negotiation session if the other party is present here.
The responding party might be joining.
The deal of the house. Secondly, what our proposal is that we will buy Mr. Ram's share of the property for rupees 50 lakhs, subject to negotiation, but that's the upper limit, because we're not just buying his property for 50 lakhs, but we're also offering to construct him a new house at a discount of 2 to 3%, because we're aware that he has a vacant plot in the same colony, and we're willing to do that at a discount rate of 2 to 3% in the market whenever he decides us to take up on that offer. Next, we are willing to reduce the compensation for the Swiss-Lock technology, but we're not willing to forego the compensation for the Swiss-Lock technology damage.
Okay, ma'am, your proposal.
Ms. Counsel, may I interject? Since
Definitely,
we
ma'am.
have a paucity of time and we just have 2 minutes left to our session, I would really appreciate if we can hold another session and reach to a conclusion and effective negotiation on a date set later. And
Miss Mediator, with all due respect, we don't know whether they've accepted our offer or not as of
Ma'am, I
now.
would genuinely like the floor for a minute so I can clear out.
definitely go ahead, Ms. Counsel.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Before I begin, may I ask the honorable judges to provide us for an extension of, say, 10 minutes? If
Yes, judges,
at
it
all
would
possible.
really help us. If it's possible.
if at all it is.
If not,
Mr.
10 minutes, we're...
Mr. Sethi, am I audible? Mr.
Such
Sethi,
audible.
I think we can extend for another 10 minutes so that they conclude.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
sir.
sir. We were ready to negotiate on the time limit as well.
Sethi, sir, you can unmute your, you are muted, Mr. Sethi. You can unmute your mic. Please unmute your mic, Mr. Sethi.
So it's on the bottom left corner of your laptop screen. There's a mic option. You just have to click on it. Yes,
Yes,
sir,
yes,
we can
yes.
hear you.
You are audible now. Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, I do agree with you, sir. It's an
Right, right. Okay. You may proceed now. You proceed
Thank
for
you
10
so
minutes
much.
more.
Thank you
Yes.
so much, judges. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much,
so much,
judges.
judges.
We really appreciate it.
So in response to Ms. Council's latest proposal, we reject their offer of construction of our house at the set discount. Instead, we want the entire ground floor's legal rights to be transferred to them after a period of say 10 to 14 months. As you already know, that is the average time it may take to construct an entire house on the other plot that is already in your knowledge and is vacant currently for my client's residence. Post that, we shall transfer the legal rights of the ground floor to you for a sale consideration of rupees 2 crores, thus eliminating any further negotiation as in when it comes to the discounting and construction of the new house. That is one thing, ma'am. Secondly, my client is genuinely very considerate and trying his level best to put as much as he can on the table, but also expecting slight consideration as the current rate of the ground floor itself is approximately 2.5 crores as stated by us initially. In good faith and with due regards to the relations that we do not want to sever with Mr. Manohar himself, and to be really negotiating on our end, we put forth the final price of rupees 2 crores for the entire ground floor with full parking rights, with full roof access, and the entire building's legal ownership being transferred to Mr. Manohar. Thank you so much for the floor.
Ma'am, in response to your offer, while you may have considered the current market value of the ground floor, please also take into account the fact that we had built your house for free and we had given you 60 lakhs in response to one of the floors and the roof access. So we were considerate back then. So please
Definitely,
kindly,
ma'am.
yes, thank you so much. So please kindly take up our offer for rupees 50 lakh and the 2-3% discount rate on the new house equipped with the latest technology as is available
Ma'am.
in the market.
Definitely, ma'am. Ma'am,
Secondly, ma'am, 1 second, you did not comment on my offer of dropping mutual charges as it
getting
is
to
a
that.
common nuisance.
Getting to that subsequently. Yes, ma'am. So in regards to the statement made by you as to the free construction of the previous house, ma'am, I strongly disagree on behalf.
Ma'am, as I said, the house construction was not for free, but we did give you 60 lakhs and we gave it to you at a much discounted price than we would have normally gone for. We
Council
agreed.
25, I'm really sorry to interject, but this is not a courtroom, this is a mediation room. Please let the Council 14 complete their statement.
Yes,
then we
that
can-
is my bad. Ma'am, please
Definitely.
complete.
Thank you so much for the floor. So, ma'am, as I was previously stating, since we had seen Mr. Manohar's consideration back then, hence we have agreed to bring down the actual price of the sale consideration, which is now at 2 crore rupees against the initial offer that was 2.5 crore rupees. They will definitely have the entire building as I've previously stated. And what is in the past, ma'am, is definitely in the past. What we look for currently is not to sever relationships and to avoid any further nuisance for Mr. Manohar, if that he may be facing, if there are new neighbors that, come ahead and occupy our floor. We would like for him to be very comfortable and at ease in his own residence. And hence we go ahead and offer the price of 2 crores as compared to the market, which is 2.5 crores, which we already currently have buyers for, but don't want to create any further nuisance. Hence we propose this price. Secondly, the FIRs, the FIR withdrawal process shall begin as a mutual process, as we have already talked about. So that bone of contention we would like to eliminate. We would like to go ahead with the proposal that you've just stated, that we withdraw and you withdraw, and we are both on a neutral ground. That is our stand, ma'am. Thank you.
Miss Mediator, do I have the permission to speak?
Yeah, sure. You can just be precise.
Thank you. Ma'am, thank you so much for agreeing to the FIR offer. Secondly, I would like to state that we are willing to give you from 80 lakhs to 1 crore price range, any price that you choose for the ground floor. We are willing to compensate you with that, and we are willing to house you for, and we are willing to transfer your goods from your current location to the new location as and when you decide to move, using our own packers and movers from the building company, that we are ready to do at a price of ₹1 crore. So this is the counter offer.
Thank you so much. But we already have arrangements for packers and movers, since that can be done in-house very easily, considering my client's profession is closely related to that itself. So on behalf of my client, ma'am, it is actually, may I go ahead and?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So on behalf of my client, I'd very respectfully like to reject the packers and movers. Instead, we'd like to bring our final offer to the middle ground, an enormous dent in our financial status, and that would be ₹1.5 crores. And that's, ma'am, genuinely, we are going out of our way and walking an extra mile to negotiate on this mediation table so as to reach a conclusion. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, how about this? We are ready to forego the Swisslock technology compensation, and
Thank you.
bring down the offer to 1 crore. And we are ready to let go of the medical bill compensation negotiation as well. But in return, you bring down the offer to 1 crore.
Ma'am, we assumed, since there was no talk of it, and the initial offer was just solely about the house itself. Am I right, dear respected mediators? That we currently, yes, so we happen to have assumed that we were only talking about the house, and hence the charges itself were foregone by default. That is, ma'am, one point I'd like to make. Secondly, I can definitely not move any further on behalf of my client, since we'd like some negotiation from you on your end as well, ma'am. We have stretched our resources to reach where we are, and we have a genuine shortage of time, and I'd like to nudge us all towards a conclusion.
I'd like my client to present his views.
Yes, thank you, Counsel. I'd like to say that we only agreed to forego the compensation damages only if our offer of buying the property is agreed to. Also, I'd like to say that
I would like Ms. Mediator to, I really apologize, Mr. Shyam Manohar, but we are running short of time, and I would like
I'll just say one more line.
Sorry, could you just repeat?
I'll just say one more line.
Right. Okay, go ahead, please. Yeah.
Yes, I'd like to say that we've done a lot of things in good favor in this mediation. We've removed the cameras. We've also ready to reduce the compensation for the cameras for the lock system and the injuries faced by us. We've also increased the price. We built the house for Mr. Gupta, and we also paid 60 lakhs. We're ready to pay 1 crore for the same ground floor for a part of the property, small part. So I request that Mr. Gupta and his counsel please also
definitely, sir.
take in the spirit of mediation. Thank you.
Sir, my client and I have seemed to have noticed slight ambiguity here, since Ms. Counsel has just stated to completely forego the charges, wherein you have stated.
Ms. Counsel, I really apologize, but I would like my co-mediator to just, wind up the contentions, because we actually our time is on. So maybe we can take up these developments in the next session. And yes, it has been one of the most productive sessions, and it is always said that an ounce of mediation is worth a pound of arbitration and a ton of litigation. So yes, it has been a significant step in the right directions. We were able to mutually understand each other and share our concerns. And I am really looking forward to see you both in our next session. And yes, thank you so much. It was a delight to be mediating this session.
Thank you.
May I go ahead?
I would just precisely wrap up. I'm really sorry. I would just precisely wrap up. So far, we have just managed to come only one mutually amicable solution, that is the uninstallation of the CCTV cameras. So this was the only one conclusion that we have came to. whatever the compensation charges or the buying of the property we came on, there were negotiations, but the parties made the offers and then there were counter offers, but we didn't came on any mid ground. So taking all in that mind,
I'm sorry
we
to interrupt, but I'd like to say that we agreed on removing the cameras. Only agree in good faith, and we expected that we'll receive compensation for the lock system, since we have foregone a compensation for the lock system.
Right, sir. So we'll definitely take that
we
up in the next session, please.
sorry.
we will definitely take that up in the next session. We have done the required changes. And so thank you so much for cooperating with each other. All of you were really optimistic, and I highly appreciate that this session was on a virtual mode, but still we managed to cooperate with each other and make each other feel at ease. So we hope that we could make out we can come with an amicable solution in future sessions. The further details will be mailed to you. So please do keep a tap on it. Thank you so
Are
much.
we at the liberty to make a concluding statement so I can let the party know what the next mediation sessions shall entail?
Sure, but please ensure that it is
It's
crisp
just
and
a
precise.
sentence, ma'am.
Sure.
Just a sentence. So, ma'am, we would genuinely like to request the opposite party to consider our offer and meet us for a mediation round 2 in good faith, and so we can finally reach a solution. That shall be our final resting concluding statement. In absolute good faith, we take leave from here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
As
Thank
for
you to all the mediators and all the participants and all the people who are here to witness this. I'm really thankful to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much to all of you, to the participants. And
we
to the
have to
judges
make
as
our concluding statements as well. We didn't get to make our concluding statements. Thank you. As is rightly said, a good settlement is far better than a good lawsuit. And in future mediation sessions, I hope we can resolve the bones of contention of the compensation and the deed of the house. With that, in good faith, I'd like to rest this matter for now. Thank you.
Dipanshu, over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Thank you all of you, the participants and the judges and the spectators who are here to acknowledge this prestigious event. Good afternoon to everyone. I am Dipanshu, ADRC committee member. Today, I feel very privileged conducting this occasion, the one and only, the first intra-Indraprastha mediation competition, Madhyasthata 1.0. I would like to invite Professor Amarpal Singh, sir, Dean USLLS GGS IPU, our torchbearer who is behind every success story, achievements of ADRC cell and our law schools for the introductory remarks. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dipanshu. I hope I'm audible.
Yes,
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Respected judges for the event, Advocate Shri R.P. Pandeji, Advocate Shri Anil Sethi, Advocate Shri Syed Tamzeed Ahmed ji, and Advocate Amish Agrawal, one of our distinguished alumni, as I recall, because I had taught him several courses during last 5-7 years back. My learned faculty colleagues, Dr. Vandana, Dr. Zubair, and student friends. To begin with, I would like to put on record my sincere apologies for not being able to attend the whole program. To be very frank, at a very short notice, late evening, day before yesterday, I had to leave Delhi. And you know, like throughout the day yesterday and today, I was engaged in an out of campus, very intense paperwork. And right now the car is outside the guest house, and within the next 45 minutes, I have to leave for the airport, late evening flight to Delhi. So my apologies for not being able to be part of this entire program. I joined just before 4:30 or something, maybe 4:27 or something. And for close to 20-25 minutes, I was listening to young mediators. And it was such a pleasure. I mean, just listening to them was such a pleasure. I mean, these are first-year students. And I was just thinking within my mind, the future of the country is in safe hands. I'm really proud of this. Thank you so much for convincing your teachers with your talent that you can really hold the fort whenever the time and space is given to you. So my congratulations to all the participants. Winners or losers is something very different, kind of a ball game altogether. But the way, the spirit with which these young students have participated is simply marvelous. I don't have words to explain all that. I would like to put on record my sincere gratitude and thanks to all the judges who had given their very precious, valuable time despite their busy schedule. And I know how busy advocates are these days. I know for sure. In fact, my sincere gratitude to my colleagues as well for organizing this first intra-intraprosth mediation competition 2021. And I'm really, really very happy. I saw it in the records that were given to me, 29 teams, 87 participants. Wonderful to say the least. I mean, almost universal participation. And then thanks for the students of student coordinators and volunteers from our PhD program and you see the other semesters of BLLB and BBLLB courses. And I see Deepanshu smiling. I know he has always been a very enthusiastic coordinator and volunteer. I recall teaching a course to their class online, and he would instantly offer his services to coordinate and several other things. So, I mean, it was a wonderful experience. I'm here for another 15-20 minutes, because after that I will have to just wind up and move on to the airport. Once again, congratulations to all the participants. Thank you everyone for participating with a certain sense of, you see, a certain sense of that spirit of learning process. And once again, thanks for the judges who had, you see, given their very valuable time. Over to you, Deepanshu.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind words. Now, I would like to introduce Mr. R.P. Singh Pandey, sir. Sir practiced as an advocate in civil and criminal cases in Varanasi District Courts and Allahabad High Court in 1986 to 1991. Sir also worked as a legal counsel and with nationalized bank and public sector financial institutions from September 1991 to 2003. Sir joined as a member of Delhi Higher Judicial Services on 21st January 2003, with held different courts like Additional District Judge and Preceding Officer, MATC in Tisazari Courts, Joint Registrar with High Court of Delhi, Additional Session Judge with Special CBI at Rohini Court, Additional Session Judge Electricity at Dwarka Court, Principal Judge Family Court at East District, Karkaduma in North District, and Rohini Courts. Promoted and presently working as Legal and Session Judge, North District, Rohini Court since 2019. Besides, Sir had also worked as a trained mediator since 2007 with mediation cell of Tisazari, Rohini, Dwarka, and Karkaduma courts. Sir, we would like to humbly thank you for coming today to judge this novel competition. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Deepanshu. Little correction that I have now retired from district and session judge and joined as chairperson permanent Lok Adalat, presently at PVR Road, Vikaspuri. So that is slight correction. And in fact, I was lost if it was a real mediation or it was only a mock mediation. Such a good presentation by each of the participants, whether mediator or the client counsel or client. They are, I think, they deserve applaud from all of us. That and it would be very difficult for us to really judge who is first and who is second or who is third. So that is very difficult. And if we rank, it may be if somebody loses, it doesn't mean that he is something lesser than the other. And you have good potential. In fact, mediation is a 40-hour-long training. It takes 1 week to train a mediator. And I have saw the mediators and the counsel, client's counsel behaving in such a manner as if they are working for more than 10 years as a mediator and are doing mediation on behalf of their clients for such a long period. So really, I congratulate all of you for performing so well. And I have heard for the first time that some competition on mediation is being organized. I congratulate Professor Amarpal Singh and Professor Vandana Singh and this team to that they have organized, they have thought of it, and they have devised such a good competition, and the problems and everything was so well designed. In fact, you were right that you could not conclude it today because the problem was such complex and things are so many. There are so many things to address that it was very, very difficult to conclude within such a short span of time. So rightly, you have adjourned the matter for some other date for further mediation. So I congratulate all of you, and I thank IIP University so much for giving me opportunity to judge this competition. All the best to every participant and all of you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your remarks and for your speech as well. Now, we have Advocate Anil Sethi, sir, with us, who is an advocate at Delhi District Courts and High Courts with the experience of 30 plus years in criminal and criminal laws. Thank you, sir, for your feedbacks and suggestions. Obviously, we are obliged to do so. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so very much, Dipanshu. And Pandey sir has said it all. Whatever I had prepared to say, he has already said it. So because he had been a judge, I have been a counsel always. So never mind. But apart from the performance, I could see some good actors also. I hope Pandey sir would agree with me.
Right, sir.
Yeah. So this very gentleman, I don't want to name.
TC14 client.
No. Sir, I'm not going to take the name, but he has a good potential. I think we have a replacement of Shah Rukh Khan upcoming. That's on the light.
Thank you so much, sir.
God bless. God bless. Amarpal sir and Madam Vandana, I'm really grateful. My friend Amish also. Everybody out there, if I'm missing out, please forgive me for that. It was really very, very entertaining, very, very entertaining. And I loved it. I can only wish you all the best. Even I thought it was a real mediation going on. And I do agree with Pandey sir. Thank you so very much. And thanks for giving me the opportunity to be a part of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anil Sethi, sir, for your kind words. Now we have Advocate Syed Tamjeed Ahmed, sir, an alumni of a reputed International Institute of Air and Space Law, Leiden University, Netherlands, where he completed an advanced LLM and airspace law in 2019. Sir was appointed Accumus Curicus by the Principal Bench of Custom, Excise and Services Tax Appellate Tribunal in matter involving conflicting between the aircraft rules and India's export control regulations. we are humbly, I would like to humbly request sir to say some kind words. Thank you, sir. I would request sir to say something for the competition.
Deepanshu, I think he isn't there. I mean, even the list, his name is not appearing.
Manish is there. He is muted, I guess.
Acha, okay. Somehow his name is not appearing in the list. I'm not sure if he is joined by some other name or something.
So anyway, meanwhile, we request judges to share the result so that we can calculate the score.
Right now, madam, will you give me 5 minutes to
Not an issue,
do that?
sir, not an issue, not at all. Means,
Sure, sir.
Deepanshu,
we may call upon the fourth judge. Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. And the next we have
Deepanshu.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Zubair, can you contact contact him in the meanwhile while the fourth judge speaks?
Okay, sir. I will try. I will ask.
Just make an attempt. Just make an attempt. Yes. Maybe that he just disconnected for some reasons. Over to you, Deepanshu.
Thank you very much, sir. Now we have none other than Advocate Amish Agarwal, sir, here. He need no introduction in our legal fraternity, especially amongst the law students all over the India. He is known for his legal knowledge, captivating skills. Sir is an alumnus of GGS-IPU USLLS 2013 batch and currently the Council of Central Government and Dispute Law lawyer at the Supreme Court. He has been practicing and handling cases independently and result-oriented with the result-oriented approach, both professionally and ethically, and had now acquired over 8 years of professional experience in providing legal consultancy and advisory services. I would like to call sir to say something for the competition and facilitate the same. Thank you, sir.
It's very nice to see all those faces who have taught me. AP Singh sir, of course, in various roles as a teacher, now as dean. Zubair sir, there's Vandana madam. I believe I saw someone logging in from Saktivel sir's account, but I'm not sure whether sir is there or not. But be sure to pass him my regards. I'm very grateful to be invited to this event, by my mentors, by my law school. Very, very grateful for this. And I must apologize for this very complicated problem that I drafted. Now, but what is interesting is that this is something which is actually a dispute going on between two neighbors, one of whom I am representing, and the matter just went to mediation. So when you guys called and said that we want a problem, I said, what's better than an actual hands-on problem going on? But because of real life, the issues being complex, that is why this whole problem became complex. And of course, as Mr. Pandey said, the mediation also got a little complex. But I'm very happy to see that this whole thing, the competence of the councils as well as the mediators was excellent. And I'm very, very happy to see such good work. And I did not know that these were first year law students, and them doing such good work is actually, as sir said, very, very commendable. As the other judges said, it actually looked like a real mediation. It looked like people putting in the effort. If only one thing I could maybe add, if for no other reason but to give at least some sort of perhaps feedback, it would be that whenever of course here in this case it was also the aspect that things went about a little too smoothly compared to real life scenarios, where in real life the friction is far more. But when such friction arises, I feel that it is always things move faster when you remind the parties what is at stake. And so the first and foremost thing that I told my client in this particular mediation going on is that you may choose to do as you please. Of course, you're the boss over here in mediation. But what you need to realize is if this mediation wraps up in the negative and we go back to the courts, you do suffer a chance of a small chance, albeit, but a chance nonetheless of a conviction and maybe having to go to jail when there are FIRs registered and trials going on. And the other graver aspect is, and a very, very, this is something you cannot escape, which is the legal fees. And therefore, these two things in mind, this is what you should remember whenever you move into any sort of, whatever decision you make, you must remember that these two factors are there for you to consider as well. And that really speeds up, smoothens, and improves things very, very quickly. But of course, the situation did not arise over here. But in the future, to prepare you for the real world, this is something that I've seen one line in mediations, which really pushes things very, very nicely forward. Just as some sort of feedback, if just to give something as feedback, otherwise I think everybody worked excellently and it was amazing. And to think that this kind of complex problem and such competence was seen by not just the top performers, of course, this being the final, but all of the other students who have participated on the other rounds as well. I think it's fantastic. And I, for one, am very, very, I'm very proud to call myself an alumnus of USLLS. And, I'm also proud to say, if I can just put it out there, even as former students of this college and of these teachers, we take a lot of pride and we try our best to, stay connected with each other and to offer as many opportunities as possible to not just the graduates, but also current students of this university. And so as a personal note, whoever, they wish to reach out, they have any sort of doubts, of course, the teachers here are more than capable to guide you. But when it comes to, say, specific questions, we have a strong alumni network, and I offer a welcome hand and a shoulder of support for you. These are shoulders that you can also climb on and go higher in your career. These are a few words that I wanted to offer. Thank you so much again for inviting me to this.
Thank you very much, Amit sir, for your remarks and for your explaining the process for the same. Thank you very much, sir. I would like to call Vandana Singh ma'am, the teacher coordinator for the ADR cell, Associate Director, DSW, GGSIPU, for the closing remarks. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dipanshu. First of all, I would like to quote Albert Einstein when he said that peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Whenever we talk about mediation, we always remember the quote of Albert Einstein, and there are many other jurists who talk about the peaceful or amicable settlement of amicable settlement in our society. Good evening to all the participants, distinguished judges, Sri R.P. Pandey ji, Sri Anil Sethi ji, Sri Sayyid Tamjeed Ahmed ji, who is unable to join again due to connectivity issue, and our own Amish Agarwal, respected Dean sir, and all dear students who participated in the mediation competition. It is a privilege for me to summarize the event which we have conducted in yesterday and today, and we have seen just to summarize, I would like to brief again that yesterday we conducted this event in 4 rounds. Yesterday we had a preliminary round and the quarter final, and today we concluded with the semi-final and final round. As Professor Amarpal Singh sir said that 29 teams, that is 87 students, each team consisting of 3 students, they have participated in preliminary round. After that, 8 were shortlisted qualified for quarterfinal, and as we know, the four team, they were participated in semi-final, and finally we are having two teams for final. Means as said by all and observed by all the distinguished judges, that it is not something that who is going to win the competition or who is going to lose the competition, but we are really proud and we are really happy to see that our first year student, and as the dean sir said, that future of legal fraternity is in safe hand. Means the objective, means the sir has said that we are starting this first year mediation competition. This is the first of its kind, first virtual intra mediation competition, that is Madhyastha for first year students, and all the second year, third year, they all participated. The objective of this particular competition was to bring in focus alternative dispute resolution technique like mediation, negotiation, etc., to take ahead the mission of humanity to establish peace and humanity in the society. It is very important that all of you should bring this mediation technique, this negotiation technique in your day-to-day life. It is not that you are going to the client and you are talking about mediation, about settlement of your dispute. We need to bring this temperament of mediation. We need to bring this temperament of means you can say interest-based resolution, not the right-based resolution in our day-to-day life. Then only we can reach to the social harmony. So this is just the beginning where the USLLS and the ADR cell, we try to have one competition so that we can give an opportunity to first year student to go to different university, different competition, and they can learn about the mediation techniques. Nevertheless, we all know and we have seen each and every participant, they did their best, and we are really happy. Means needless to say, Jubair, Dean sir and myself, we have discussed so many times that how brilliantly all the students they have performed, and we have not imagined these kind of means you can say technique and perfection from the first student. So first of all, I would like to congratulate each one of you for your participation, and we expect all of you to participate more. Thank you very much. Apart from this, means of course there are some time the student volunteer, they are calculating the result, but it's time to acknowledge the means the contribution and effort by all the senior batches. Means I know I can't take the name of all the students, but 14 courtroom managers and the timekeeper in preliminary round, 4 CRM in the quarter round, 2 CRM in the semi-final, and 1 CRM in the final round. We extend, me, Jubair and Dean sir, we extend our thanks to all the courtroom courtroom CRM and the timekeeper who has given their valuable time for the successful completion of the event. As we have seen since yesterday that since it is a first of its kind for USLLS, that we have organized a virtual mediation competition. So difficulties are bound to happen, but really sir, all our students, they have given their best so that we can conclude or we can reach to the final stage smoothly. So thanks to all the CRM second year, third year, fourth year student. Apart from this, there is a core coordination team: Mehak, Asma, Dhaval, Abhishek, Abhinav, Akshita, Sahil, Dipanshu, Vaibhav, Tisha, Harshita, Sarvang, Karan, Ishita, Vani. And I'm sorry if I'm missing any name, but they are the core team and they have worked really hard, and means it's not for a day or two, but they have been working from last 15 to 20 days for completion of this event. And special thanks to certainly the co-coordinator Zubair Ahmad Khan. Means we how in short span of time and without bothering the university, we have means we go ahead with the event, because we were thinking of initially the hybrid. First, we thought of a physical event, then we went to hybrid, and ultimately, due to Delhi government norms regarding the pollution and other thing, we finally pinned down to the virtual mode. So thanks a lot, Jubair, for all your contribution. Thanks to all the participants for participating. And with this, I would just like to say thanks. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. I would like to request judges to send their score sheets to the reply to the email you have already dealt with, so that we can provide the results as soon as possible for the result committees.
Dipanshu, meanwhile, sir, I request all judges, if they permit, if any student is having any question with respect to mediation, we are having the distinguished judges, our own alumni is also there, Amish is there. So if any participant is having any question, they can ask if the judges permit, certainly.
You cannot say no to ma'am.
So any question regarding mediation, because we are having so distinguished panel with us. So any student can ask anything if they are having any doubt. Like Amish said that it is the problem which he prepared is from the case which he was dealing with. So all of you can ask anything about mediation, and as we have seen that it is not possible to deal with this kind of problem in one session. So if any student is having questions.
Excuse me, sir. So, Amish, sir, I would like to ask something. How many sessions on a normal basis does it take for a mediation session to proceed? Like, what is a normal count?
So I believe a mediator was recently telling me that they have a maximum time limit of about an informal mandated time limit of about 3 months. And the directions are that they should not extend to more than 3 months. Now, on an average, they give like a date of mediation session for about 2 to 3 weeks. So you could say that you could manage effectively, and of course it all depends upon the mediator, right? Whether the parties agree to the mediation or not is of course up to the parties, but how long these sessions go, what the frequency of these sessions is, and at what point of time do these mediation sessions end, those also depend a lot on the mediator. And therefore, even if the mediator does not have power to force the hand of the parties, but creating that kind of an atmosphere, one, and kind of directing the whole saga and taking it to its necessary conclusion, just the way the mediators in the present competition did. When you have paucity of time because either time is up, or you've got your next bunch of people coming in, or someone has to go somewhere, the way to wrap it up is also very, very important. And this is what they do in mediation proceedings, be it in the in the court premises itself, be it in other mediation centers which the government and they try to set up these centers for all sorts of purposes. Usually I've seen they try to keep it a goal of say maybe 2 to 3 months and spread over say maybe 4 to 7, 8 mediation sessions. And they always, because we're talking about the number of sessions, there is always a kind of a set format that you see. When you've got parties, if you've got these mediators dealing with disputes day in, day out, and then these matters coming for mediation, they have this kind of a set format. They always encourage the parties to, it's almost like homework. Go back home, discuss on these few scopes. What is the possibility? And I see a lot of progress happening because of that. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, sir, definitely. Thank you so much.
Sir, I'd also like to ask a question, if that's okay.
Of course, go for it, but also specify which judge you would like to ask that question.
Sir, you, and if anybody else would like to give their inputs, they'd be more than welcome. I'd be honored. So how do you think we can improve our mediation skills as future advocates while being in law school, besides participating in competitions, maybe?
Those who understand the true, only those people who have seen war truly understand the the importance of peace. So I would say, if you want to increase your skills as a mediator or as a negotiator, spend more time in courts of law. One aspect, of course, is the skills of good conversation that you bring to the table. But if you are just the peaceful negotiator, the kind negotiator, you will not be able to get a fair deal for your client. What you need to know is how to be vicious, how to rip apart the opponent. And when, I don't know where I read this, when you're the monster who knows how to control himself, that is where you get the best output. So if you want to improve your mediation skills, I would say understand what is the alternative. As I mentioned earlier, what is the alternative if these mediation proceedings don't succeed? But that is not the only thing. Apart from that, I feel if you want to improve your mediation skills, they're very interlinked with your communication skills as well. So there are many books, many courses also, in fact, nowadays, not just on mediation, but I would say more importantly on effective communication. Now, I have purchased these books. I will have to admit, I've purchased these books. I've still not read them at the recommendation of friends who are very good at their jobs of being in charge of certain negotiation roles, not specifically mediation, but I feel these roles are quite similar. Books like Crucial Conversations, books like there's another book, very famous book that it now skips my mind, but again, something to do with the conversations. I feel reading these books, having these procedures. One book that I read was now again I don't remember the name, but it was by, if you just Google the name, the book by FBI Hostage Negotiator. This was again a good book on negotiations. And I think the lessons that you learn in daily negotiations, be it commercial or anything for that matter, I think those skills are very, very transferable to mediation as well. And another question, which is a little bit of, you have to think about it as well. When one says we want a career in mediation or in alternate dispute resolution, you need to figure out what is the scope. If someone says I want to make a career as an arbitrator, right? I mean, I might be wrong, but this is my limited worldview. Someone says I want to make a career as an arbitrator. The problem is that you first need to understand how the law works, how substantive and procedural laws work in totality in this country. You must spend decades on it, and then only will you be considered wise enough for the privilege of both parties agreeing to bequeath upon you the title of an arbitrator. And that is why the obvious choice for an arbitrator in 99% of disputes are retired judges or very, very famous, very competent senior lawyers whose integrity and legal acumen cannot be touted. All in all, these are the things that you can kind of do to go in that direction. Keep working on yourself. And I say that being aggressive, being that sharp litigation lawyer will help. But the other aspect is having that skill set and then being able to kind of bring on the negotiation, bringing out the win-win kind of person inside of you. Yeah. If my learned judges, if anybody else could want to add to this, maybe something.
Yes. Shri R.P. Pandeyji, I would like to ask one thing from you. Means, as you said that you are at present with the Lok Adalat. So if we would like to send some of the students for observing the proceedings of Lok Adalat.
Why not, madam? You are most welcome. It is through the legal services authorities that the candidates come to us for training.
Right, sir.
So you are most welcome. Okay. And I would suggest that your students who are interested in mediation techniques of mediation, at this stage they can only do one thing, that while doing the internship with the counsels, lawyers, they can accompany them to the mediation and see how the things work there. Okay. So that is the only way of learning. Otherwise, for becoming a mediator, it takes a lot of time. They have to spend as a advocate and or the judicial officer. Then only the mediators are trained, because then in that case you will have the comprehensive look of every problem. Suppose you have a matrimonial problem before yourself as a mediator. So you may not be having how if you know the law and practice of the family courts, then only you can reach to a very good settlement and workable settlement. I say that you know how the law works and how the things are working, then only you can be a good mediator. So becoming a good mediator, for becoming a good mediator, it is essential that you work as a good advocate for pretty some time, or as a judge for some time. So that is my take.
Zubair,
Madam,
you want to say something?
this score sheet has to be sent on your email, or
Zubair will tell you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Acha, in response to the earlier email.
Yes, sure, sir.
Right.
Sure, sir.
Okay.
Thank you so much, respected sir, respected Anil Sethi sir, respected R.K. Pandey sir, and Amish sir also, and Mr. Sayed also, for judging this event. Due to the medical emergency, our fourth judge, Mr. Sayed, may not able to join because he has to rush up to the airport very soon. So we request all the judges to send the score sheet, and I think Dipanshu, we may allow our judges to sign it off also, because we already took more than sufficient time also.
All
Thank
due
you.
respect, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Your
And
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
serving you. We will
Thank
look
you.
forward to welcome you physically in our campus.
Yes, provided corona permits.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We all are hopeful and waiting.
Hopeful,
for
sir.
the-
Hopeful, sir.
And thank you so much, all the participants, all the volunteers, all the student coordinators, and all the judges of the prelim round also, who are these our senior students to coordinate this event, our PhD coordinators to organize this event also. Thank you so much.
And we will announce result later on, and the winner will come to department. They will receive certificate from the dean, sir.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So
Thank you very much to you all for coming here.
Dipanshu, I think we may end the meeting also.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely, sir. With your permission. Thank you very much to all the participants, judges, the spectators, our faculty coordinators, my friends from my committee as well, for being here. And this is not any formal thing for me to say that we all did our best, and we all succeeded in what we tried to do. So thank you very much for you all for coming here and witnessing this. Thank you. Shall we leave Dipanshu bhaiya?
Yes, Dipanshu, you may end the meeting.
Absolutely, sir. I will do.
Meeting kare. First, aap hi hai na?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Thank you, sir.